Genting Malaysia Berhad is one of the leading companies that provide leisure and hospitality in the world. Genting Malaysia is famous for its resorts and also the beautiful scenery in the area. Moreover, currently Genting is gaining its popularity for aesthetic scenery that become a popularity in the youngster to take picture. On the corporate side, Genting is famous for their operations in resort properties such as the Resort World Genting in Malaysia. Genting Malaysia is a company that already in Malaysia for a long time, which is 40 years. When the Genting Malaysia firstly incorporated in 1980, it is known as Resort World Sendian Berhad. Afterward, in 1989, Resort World Sendian Berhad changed its names to Genting Malaysia because of the restructuring that made Genting Malaysia operates as it is now. Currently, Genting Malaysia have a few branches globally, which is in America, United Kingdom, and Bahamas. All of the branches operate with almost the same operation, which is gaming, resorts, and other attraction. In the US, Genting Malaysia main attraction will be the video gaming machine facility in New York, while in UK, Genting Malaysia owns over 30 casinos that mainly operate resort business in Birmingham. It is also the same in Bahamas, where they operate Resort World Bimini with restaurants and bar and also resort facility at the marina that main attraction, which are the waters and the white sand beaches. Genting Malaysia forte is in services, and due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it will directly impact the productivity of the company. Therefore, we want to know what are the organizational development issues that are Genting face and how they overcome the issues. And moreover, we want to analyze whether the solutions that they use to overcome the OD issues is effective.
Next, I will present about issues of related change faced by the organization, which is Genting Berhad. During the COVID-19 season, the entire business was affected by the closure of operations, and the organization had to face all the challenges and impacts on employees and employers that have influenced changes in the environment and workplace. There are several challenges that Genting Berhad faced, including policy management. Firstly, Genting Malaysia Berhad organization have a negative impact on employees and companies, including the organization not paying employee salaries during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. This is because Genting Malaysia Berhad was also affected by this pandemic, which has affected employee salary cuts for a period of 3 months because affected by MCO and unable to pay employee salaries, need to take steps in reducing additional costs, although it is possible to argue that this is due to unforeseen events beyond the control of both employees and employees. Following the implementation of the MCO, Genting Berhad had to close its business operation and had to prohibit employees from reporting for work in the organization even though working from home was allowed. However, there are issues with the denial that some staff need to work in the workplace. In addition, management is expected to pay the full salaries of our employees for the duration of the MCO and is not authorized to ask their employees to take annual leave or unpaid absence. Employees can register a complaint or pursue further action with the Department of Labour if this occurs. In addition, the impact that Genting Berhad had to face during the COVID-19 pandemic was that the organization suffered a lot of losses as a result of having to close down during the start of the MCO. This is because all business operations around the world had to be stopped due to the increasing number of COVID-19 cases, including Genting Berhad, which had to bear a net loss of RM 417.696 million due to the disruption of the operation around the world as a result of the COVID-19 outbreak. It also affects group that maintain a focus on the short-term prospects of the holiday and hospitality industry. So that's all from me.
Next, I will elaborate how Genting Malaysia Berhad to overcome the issues that are very challenging to organization performance. Among the alternatives undertaken by Genting Malaysia is recalibrate and re-engineer their operating structure and production activity, along with the cost base in each manufacturing or innovation carried out. According to Sustainability Report 2020 stated that reopening of all their operation has gone well, which helps support over 60,000 jobs in Malaysia, including worker, local supplier, contractor and third-party business involved their hospitality, and leisure sector. In addition, the Genting Malaysia is taking a number of social reliability and employer welfare initiatives that can direct create long-term sustainability safe measure for their business, especially during this pandemic. Therefore, Genting Malaysia management team voluntarily want to reduce their salary by 20% following the pandemic in order to reduce the cost and the welfare of fair employees at Genting Malaysia Berhad.
I'm going to talk about the effectiveness of the action taken by the Genting Malaysia Berhad. Generally, there is not just Genting Malaysia Berhad that was affected by the pandemic COVID-19, but there are also many companies that are affected by the pandemic. As the cases keep increasing and affect the performance of the company, companies such as Genting Malaysia Berhad also face many challenges and obstacles to operate. Generally, most of the company, as well as Genting Malaysia Berhad, have taken several actions to cope with the problem they face. During pandemic, Genting Malaysia Berhad have taken actions such as re-engineering and their organization and conducting social rehabilitation and employee welfare incentive. The actions are taken to keep the company survive during the pandemic. Re-engineering requires a complete redesign of important business processes in order to achieve significant gains in productivity, cycle times, and quality. Companies that use re-engineering start with a piece of paper and rethink existing processes in order to provide more value to customers. Basically, they adopt a new value system that focuses on a greater emphasis on the customer's demand. Next, Genting Malaysia Berhad has taken action by conducting a rehabilitation and employee welfare incentive. Rehabilitation has been taken by Genting Malaysia Berhad, and it is worked because until today, Genting Malaysia has been restructuring their organization to be back as a tourist attraction. Other than that, Genting Malaysia has started an employee welfare incentive where it grants the ideal payment for the employees during a pandemic. This action also success because the company could operate because the employees had voluntarily wanted their salary to be reduced 20%, and it saved a lot of companies' budget and increased revenue. It is recommended that Genting Malaysia Berhad should look into employee welfare as they also take a good care of the company's ability to operate and contribute in tourism in Malaysia. Thank you.
In conclusion, Genting Malaysia has been faced few issues during the pandemic COVID-19. One of it will be the inability of Genting Malaysia to pay their employees. Genting Malaysia had to take a drastic action to reduce the salary of the employee for 3 months and cut off 50% of the workforce, and that affecting the company productivity and also the employee motivation because they are scared that they can lose their job at any time. Moreover, Genting Malaysia also facing the complaints from the employee because they feel oppressed when their income was reduced. All of these challenges were faced by the Genting Malaysia during the pandemic shows that the pandemic really affecting the organization. However, all of these need to be overcome in order to survive in the industry.